congratulations on the movie.
Thank you.
Some absolutely fantastic reviews so far. Are you at all bothered? Question to both of you: at all bothered by that kind of thing usually?
I try not to read reviews, actually. I mean, I feel like I learned that in my first job out of drama school. I was like, you know what? If you only end up believing the bad stuff, so I just let people do what they think. That's your opinion matters to you.
Hailee, same question to you, I guess.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's in this case, it's very nice to hear the reactions that we've heard. I think more importantly, speak to the people that have seen it directly and get to talk to them about it and what they loved about it and hear it sort of firsthand. This is a movie that's all about connecting and meeting each other where they're at, where you're at, and I feel like this has given us that opportunity to do that with people who have seen the film. So that's sort of where I'm putting my focus.
I wouldn't say being born or brought up in the UK and sort of more familiar with that kind of story. Was it really important for you to familiarise yourself with the story of the South in America, in the USA?
Oh, yeah, you have to do your research because you want to be as real as possible. But what I found really interesting about Annie was doing my research for her. I actually found myself learning so much about my own ancestry and the Ifa, traditional Yoruba religion, and the traditional wisdoms and herbs and roots and all of that kind of spirituality that I didn't know anything about. So that was really interesting because I didn't expect to find a piece of myself, my history in her, yeah.
Hailee, Mary is a very complex person, someone who doesn't feel at home in either side of, she's not black enough to be with the black folk, but she's also kind of not white enough to be with her family or the people she's living with. What was it like trying to sort of get that sort of story through the character that you were playing?
It was challenging, to say the least, to understand a person like Mary living in two worlds and trying to find where and which one and who felt most like home. And I do feel that Mary feels a very strong sense of home when she's in Mississippi and when she's in that juke and when she's with the brothers and with Annie. That's her home. Those people, the music, the food, it's her only connection left to herself, to home. She's lost her mother, and she's been away for so long, living a different life, living a life that Stack, who loves her dearly, wants her to live because he feels that she's deserving of that, and it's not what she wants. It's not where she wants to be. It's not who she wants to be with, and this movie is driven by that acceptance and that sense of family and unity and what that might look like or who that might look like to you. And in this case with Mary, it is home in Mississippi.
This is a movie that's so much more than that kind of horror kick, the horror sort of hook. And was it important? What did you learn from doing the movie and from reading the script? Because it's a really dense script, and the music, and what did you learn from it that you didn't know before? Again, question for both of you.
I mean, so many things. From what Wunmi was saying about just our own history, our own family history, learning about that, taking that into the role specifically, learning the technical side of twin work, with one person playing two people, and just that, horror making a film that amongst many other genres fits into this sort of horror. It's more fun and funny than you would think watching it. That's something I picked up on that I was very pleased to learn.
Can I ask you about the action? Did you find yourself at home in the action? Having there's a really lengthy fight scene when they're in the shack. Were you comfortable in those action bits or?
Yes and no. I'm used to a little bit of like fight choreography. I think I was a little anxious about like actually staking people and just getting it wrong. I was a bit scared about that. But yeah, I always find action really fun, and it wasn't too difficult though. It wasn't crazy. How are your stunts? Were they crazy? I feel like yours was a bit.
There was one like
big
beat, yeah, which is
yeah.
kind of, a lot was going on in that moment. But I think it's more just sort of being aware of your surroundings. Like when we're saying like there is sort of this fear of like something. There's so many moving parts and fast moving parts at that. So like if someone missteps or doesn't hit the mark, like things can go wrong.
Yeah. Thankfully, we were really great. We didn't have any accidents or anything. Yeah.
I just want to go back to you because there is a certain way. Did you have a dialect coach, being someone who is more comfortable in the English dialect, British dialect? Was it tricky for you to try and get that kind of southern 1930s or 20s of cadence when you were speaking?
Yeah, Beth McGuire, our dialect coach, she would find... for me anyway, because I have a different accent from everyone else in the film. So she found like Louisiana people, Creole people talking in the 30s. There were like, there was a woman I listened to like every day, and there was an older gentleman who was actually probably like way too old, but just like he was maybe like in his 90s, but in the 30s, like at the time of the recording. It was difficult. I really love accent work, though. That's something that I've always loved to do, and it's not something that I'm natural at. But with a great teacher, I can usually find my way through. Yeah. But I loved it.
You never know that you're not a natural.
Yeah, well, I thought you were brilliant. Yes. Both of you, absolutely fantastic. You knocked it out of the park.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations again. Great movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey!